It's about to be December. Got my shirt off, enjoying the beautiful sun. What could be better than this? This is definitely why I came back here. I used to come out to this pier when I was like 12 years old. Me and my friends would jump on there, run all the way to the edge, jump off. The little hole wasn't there before. I think a hurricane destroyed that a year or so ago. So I guess they got to repair that, but man, I love it here. To be able to come out here and get some good sun in the morning and shit. It's beautiful. It's incredible. So happy to be home. Go back to the apartment, give you guys a quick little tour there, and let's talk about some real estate and what's going to be going on in the future. So here's a little tour of the new apartment. I've been here for just about a month now. Still getting settled in and everything, but so far I love it here. Lots of space and stuff. Very bachelor pad-esque. You know, I'm here by myself, so that's the way I kind of like it. Here's the tank. I had some trouble when I moved from Maryland. I definitely lost some corals and some fish, but this big purple guy right here, that's Big Diesel. He's the OG of the tank. I've had him for like 3 years. It's kind of his little zone, but that's my boy. I would be upset if we lost him. So this is the apartment. It's in Fort Lauderdale. It's like 5 minutes from the beach. It's beautiful. Here's my bedroom. Still getting things set up. That's me when we don't close deals. But it's a nice place. I mean, it's kind of small, but for just one person, it's cool. Gets the job done. But let me show you here the whole reason why I got this place and why I love this apartment is the cabana. They call it the cabana. Get to walk out here every morning. And today it's actually a beautiful day. Very rare. It's like 70 degrees in South Florida today, but look at this. Just access right to the pool. Beautiful, beautiful new pool. Really dope apartment. Happy to be here. What's going on, guys? So this is gonna be my first YouTube video of this channel. I'm not sure exactly where it's gonna go or what's gonna become of it, but I wanna commit myself to putting out at least one video a week until I close my first deal. So this is gonna be about real estate for now. This little series will be about wholesaling real estate. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Florida, South Florida. That's where I grew up. But I moved to Maryland about 10 years ago. I used to be in the casino industry. I was a poker dealer and a supervisor. Then I got into real estate investing, and I've been doing that for the past 6 years, 5 to 6 years, full time. Done probably about $600,000 to $700,000 in closed deals. I'm just looking to scale now, and I was doing it in Maryland, and now I'm in South Florida. So what this whole series is going to be about is basically every week I'm going to put out one video and kind of take you through and show you guys how to get a deal and close a deal in a new market. So, you know, I know a lot of you may be watching this and are inexperienced and have never closed a deal. There may be some people that are watching this that have closed tons of deals. But, you know, I hope you find some entertainment, some value in it. And I think it should be interesting documenting the process along the way, you know, each step. Because although I've been doing this in Maryland and you could say I'm experienced, breaking into a new marketplace is a totally different animal, especially a place like South Florida, which is hyper competitive. Everybody seems to be moving to South Florida now. It's, you know, the new hotspot. It's kind of like LA was in the 90s. You know, it should be interesting to see how long it takes me to get a deal and close a deal. I'm looking to just do a wholesale deal in the beginning over here, but I have done other different types of deal structures. I've done subject to, creative financing. I've done a few flips. I've done a rental property. I own a rental property in Baltimore, and I've done a lot of wholesale deals. Basically, what this whole thing is about is going to be step by step and, taking you guys along for the process. And, maybe you get some value out of it. Maybe you don't. Maybe this channel will only be up until I close my first deal and I just say, fuck it, it's not worth it. It's boring. I'm not interested. Who knows? Maybe it'll turn into something else. I don't know, but I know that I'm going to at least commit myself to doing one video a week until I close this deal. So that's basically it. If you're new to the channel, which most of you will be, being that I have 0 subscribers or likes or anything, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. And if you have any questions about whatever, I'm happy to answer them. So basically what I'll be showing you here, what we'll be doing here is just literally like every little part of putting this business together, from finding a title company to finding leads, cold calling the leads, sending out text message, setting up some type of marketing channel, then getting in contact with the seller, getting the property under contract, then assigning the contract to an end buyer and making a profit. So I'm sure that, there are probably some people who are here who have no idea what wholesaling real estate is. I'll kind of explain how wholesaling works in real estate the simplest way as possible without getting too intricate. So basically what somebody does who wholesales real estate, who is a wholesaler, they market to motivated sellers, whether that be through bandit signs or door knocking or cold calling or whatever. But you're looking for properties that are off market. Essentially, you don't want to go dealing with properties that are listed with an agent or anything like that. You're trying to find people who have high motivation, who don't really want to deal with an agent. Maybe their house needs some work, is a mess. They don't want to go the traditional route of selling. They're looking for a cash, quick sale, close in 30 days type deal. So what you do is you target your marketing to try to find these people, these motivated sellers. Essentially what we do is we get the property under contract to purchase, okay? So once you have it under contract, you now have what's called equitable interest in the property. And in the contracts that I use, and the contracts that if you're wholesaling, you will use as well, there will be something that will allow you to assign this contract. And basically it's exactly how it sounds. You can take your contract that you have with the seller and assign it to somebody else for a fee in the middle. So an example would be the seller's looking to sell their house for $200,000. Me and the seller agree, 200 grand. We sign a contract for 200K. I then find a buyer who's going to buy it for cash, and I will assign it to the buyer for 215,000, and I'll get the 15,000 in the middle, the spread in between. These assignments can go all the way from $500 to you can make 40,000 an assignment. I've seen people make $120,000 on an assignment. And the beauty of it is you make sure that your contract is structured in a way where you're not held liable to close on this property. Like, you're not going to get stuck and have to buy it. If for some reason you do get it under contract under a bad price, you're able to back out of the deal. Now, that being said, you don't want to be one of these wholesalers who doesn't close on their deals. There's nothing that pisses me off more than wholesalers or investors or whatever you may call them who waste people's time and give others a bad name, like myself. I'll say, I've done maybe 50 deals, and I think only twice I was unable to assign my contract. and had to back out of the deal with the seller. It's just not a good look. You know, you look stupid. Everybody looks stupid. So you got to make sure that your numbers are correct. Your after repaired value of the house is correct. Your rehab cost, you're in a ballpark range of how much it's going to cost to renovate it, and you know, how much you're going to assign it for. You've got to make sure that your numbers are on point. Basically, in a nutshell, that's what wholesaling is and what I do. I also do, you know, fix and flips myself. I've renovated and flipped a few properties. I own a rental property that we renovated and I rent out now. I've done a couple subject to deals, which is a whole nother ball game. But what's really important in this game of real estate investing is that you don't box yourself in just to wholesaling. You know, 10 years ago, that would be fine, you know. But in today's market, you must be able to do more than just flip contracts and assign contracts wholesaling. You've got to be able to do creative financing and subject to type deals and wraps. You've got to be able to do fix and flips. I mean, I don't recommend it in the beginning, but when you get, you know, you're seasoned, you know, you should take on some fix and flips just for the experience, and you know, it's cool. It's fun to do it that way. But you got to be able to your deal structures must be more than just assignments. Novations. This is a new thing that I'm learning now. I've never done a novation, but I will be doing novations for sure in the near future. But this is something that if you don't know how to do these, you're going to get lapped and other guys are going to beat you to deals. And today's day and age, 2023, with all the information that's available out there, if you're not able to use these different types of exit strategies and you're just wholesaling, you're going to lose out on a lot of deals. But I do recommend, if you're just starting off, you're brand new to this, you don't have a lot of money to spend on marketing and this and that, then just stick to wholesaling. Get a wholesale deal, get an assignment done, make $10,000 to $12,000, whatever it may be, and you know, go from there, and then you can scale and learn how to do these other things. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that you can do in this business, and it's why I do love this business. And it's going to be interesting to see how things go now that I'm in South Florida in this market, because it's definitely different than what I'm used to in Maryland. But I'm excited for the challenge. I'm excited for the task. I'll be documenting every step of the way. You know, that's what I'm looking to do. So it should be fun to see, you know, for you guys to watch and see when I close my first deal out here. It'll be just as exciting as closing my first deal in Maryland. And, you know, I'm looking to scale this and turn this into a real business. One of my biggest problems when I was in Maryland, and I wouldn't say it was a problem, but I never created a true business. I was always a one-man band. You know, it was just myself. I did everything from the cold callings to the appointments with the buyers to appointments with the sellers. The only thing that I didn't do was pull my data from the county websites. I have a virtual assistant who has been working with me for 5 years, and she does that. She just goes to the website and she pulls the data, then I skip traces, get the phone numbers, and I hammer the phones. And, you know, it was a small operation because it was just myself. So the overhead was like super low. Didn't cost me a lot of money to operate at all. But I was only getting so many leads. And I pretty much tapped out. I pretty much capped out with what I was doing out there because I was spending so little money. I was capped out at getting like 1 to 3 deals a month. Now my spreads were usually pretty good. And I kind of ended up doing more flips the past couple years just because the market was so hot, for one, and I had a pretty decent contractor that could bang out anything in like 45 days. I mean, he was a pain in the ass, and that's a whole nother story. But, you know, I was doing more flips than wholesaling just because you do the flip, you make 75 grand, 80 grand. If I were to assign it, I'm only going to make 15, 20 grand. So, you know, you pick your poison, whatever you want to do. Obviously, if you're flipping, you're going to be more involved. It's going to take more time. It's 3 months minimum. Like, if you can get in and out of a flip in 3 months, you're doing a good job. And that's what I usually did. If I was taking on a flip, it was going to be nothing that was going to be super crazy. You know, I usually buy the house, get it renovated in 4 to 6 weeks, and then get it on the market and sold within another 4 to 6 weeks. Try to be in and out within 3 months. That's the goal. But, you know, plenty of times people could get into a renovation and be into that thing for 7, 8, 9 months, a year, and then end up getting killed. So that's the kind of sticky situation with doing renovations as opposed to wholesaling. Wholesaling is super easy. And if you're looking to get into this business, break into this business, you definitely want to start out by wholesaling, finding these deals. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're looking to break into this business, I'm not a coach. I'm not coaching anybody. Please don't contact me and ask, hey, can I hire you as a coach? I'm happy to answer any questions for the most part about it. How do you get in? I'm happy to steer you in the right direction for maybe a coach that you want to hire or something like that. But at the time, I'm not offering any coaching services. Leave your comments on here, and I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability on the YouTube page. But yeah, don't contact me about coaching because I'm not going to do it. And also, coaching ain't cheap. Don't think that you're going to hire a coach for, you know, $1,000 or anything like that. If you want a good coach, you're going to spend some money, and we'll get into that into another video as well, because I did hire a coach out here. I think it will bring some serious value, and you know, I'm all about learning, and I don't think that I know everything. You know, I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the room. I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. You know, there's that saying that if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find another room. And that's true. Like, I've outgrown some circles of friends and rooms that I was in before. And it's important to make sure that you're constantly adapting and constantly learning. So hiring a coach is important. Just don't hit me up because I'm not going to be your guy right now. Maybe in the future, I would offer some coaching type services, but I don't know. It's not anything in the realm of what I'm looking to do right now. So I'm handing out some free information. There's plenty of it out there on YouTube. You know, some people you can look at, guys who teach me was like Maxwell, my boy Brian Arigboo, House Buying Brian is his Instagram. You can get a lot of good content from him. My guy out here, Willie Numbers, Will Dennis. You can look him up on Instagram. He's doing a lot for the Latino community, helping getting them into real estate out here, which I think is awesome. And, you know, these are just a couple of people. There's Sean Terry. There's plenty of people you can follow all over the place and get this stuff. But this is going to be my take. And I'm kind of, you know, take me as a newbie. You know, I'm not sitting here, even though I'm 5 years in the game or whatever, full time, I still consider myself a newbie because of how small my operation was. And I'm looking to really turn this into a real business. I want to take myself out of the equation because I still, at the end of the day, I still have a job. If I don't get up and hit the phones myself, if I don't go run the appointments and talk to the sellers and do this and do that and you know, you're still working. You're still working a job. It's just a better paying job, and you get to work your own hours, which is cool and it's great. But I just want to really scale, and I've got some hefty goals that I want to achieve this year and next year. And, you know, hopefully I could take you guys along the way and you can see how it all pans out. And, you know, maybe I don't enjoy this and I just make these videos until I close the deal and call it a wrap. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. But should be interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like and subscribe on this channel. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll jump in there and answer everybody's question, because right now there's probably not going to be too many. So ask your questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you and answer it the best I can. All right, guys, so until the next time, hope you guys enjoyed this, got some value from this video, and I'll see you next week.